let's say you have a kind of a feasibility risk or something that's very technical.
Yeah.
What do you do with that?
Yeah. So good point. So, when we're prototyping, generally we refer to prototype as like design prototypes. But when you really have to play out a feasibility issue, like for example, can we integrate a technology into our existing platform? Can we integrate different APIs and data sources and do something with it to affect a scoring algorithm or something? No amount of design prototyping is going to answer that question. So we create what we refer to as a proof of concept in that case. Now, the proof of concept may not necessarily look anything like what the end product's going to look like, but it proves the technical feasibility. Like, what if we needed to integrate like a third-party video conferencing tool into the native mobile app that the patient is using in our example? Like, well, we can pick some leading options and actually run a coded test and actually test it, and see how well it's going to work and make a decision about that.
So we do one or more proof of concepts to knock down the technical risk and make sure that we really understand how a given solution is going to work if there's technical risk. Will this API return the data that we think it will? Things like that.
Running those early kinds of tests can have hugely beneficial impact later in the build because we find things. We had a vision once for a cruise planning app that hinged on lots of nice photography, and we had a source of the data. But until we ran that proof of concept, we learned that the photography that came, they had it, but it was all very small. Like it could only get up to like so big. And so that vision of having all this like automatic imagery that we could use in the mobile app had to be adjusted. It was that's the kind of thing you want to learn very early. And we were able to adjust kind of our design approach, for that. So those early proof of concept tests often prove to be extremely valuable in reducing risk or surprises later in the build. Yeah. And if you can hit them up front in a week or in a short period of time, just a little bit of deep dive effort within the engineers on the team, that can have a giant impact on the product down the line.